Welcome to another episode of the Nick and Jimmy Show. On today's episode, we have Nadia Wiseman. Nadia, thank you for taking the time to be here today.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you. And Nadia, exactly what do you do right now? We know that you're involved with a non-profit organization. If you can elaborate on that and how you got started and where do you want to see yourself with the organization?
Sure. So it's called Single Montreal, and I created a Facebook group in April 2017 to bring single moms together online, after having searched on Facebook and on the internet for a single mom community. I didn't find one. I found some little Facebook groups, but not much was going on. So when I say community, it's really a group that really sticks together, that you really feel a sense of community. I created this group to bring them together and also to share resources that would help those that are struggling in various ways, either financially, emotionally, court, with the ex, for various reasons. So I started posting resources such as Sun Youth, Centre des Femmes, things like that. And I started advertising the group in various groups. I asked friends to share the group. And 10 days later, we had 1,000 members. Today we have over 2,000. And I know that we're going to have much more. I know there's a lot of single moms out there, and I really want to find all of them, and not just the Anglophone ones, but the Francophone ones. Right now it's more of an English group, but we're making efforts to make it more bilingual. We're starting to put French articles, post in French. I ask people to help me translate. It's really, really nice. I mean, if we could have it in like 5-10 languages, we would, but it's just not feasible, So this group has really become the community that I was hoping to find in 2017, over like a year ago. The moms share personal stories. They, share jokes about parenting, about single motherhood, even dating, inspirational quotes. They even offer items to each other, clothing for themselves, for their children, baby items, furniture. We also have women in the group that are not single moms that offer items as well. Okay. And we have a phone line. We're listed on 211, so people could call in and offer furniture and items, and we get calls every day. It's amazing. So when we get pictures, we share the pictures in the group. So the group is not just an emotional support and a place where we provide resources, but it's also the place where we offer free items. We also share our events. So we've had a few events. We were very, very lucky. Cheryl Besner, she was on CJAD 800. She got various tickets for single moms to go up north to a retreat called Le Couvent for free. So that was amazing. Prior to that, we've had meetups in restaurants, in parks. Where else? We had potluck. There was a single mom that got a new apartment, and for her it was a big change because she used to live in the same building as her ex in a different apartment, and he was there to help her a lot, and she was moving away from him, and she was very nervous about starting over in a little further than where he lives, not in the same building, and not having that kind of support. So in order to help her with the transition, we invited some single moms over to do a potluck party. So the group has really become something beautiful, and the reason, for the reason why I started it is not that simple. It's not just because I couldn't find a community that existed and that I wanted to share resources, but you know, when I was 10 years old, I would be in the basement at home, and when I would see like a World Vision commercial, I would start crying. I was born with like too much empathy. And also in 2011, I was admitted to the School of Social Work. And a month into the program, I found out I was pregnant, and I had to make a decision between keeping the baby or pursuing my career in social work, and I chose to keep the baby. Then I started working for companies, which had nothing to do with what I wanted to do in life. Prior to getting into McGill, I was working with the special needs population, mostly kids. And I wanted to become a social worker that specializes in working with the special needs population. So that didn't happen. I started working for companies, you know, to survive, to have a consistent salary. And a lot of stuff happened over the years. You know, I got anxiety, I hit rock bottom, I had to reach out to the community for resources, and I got help for myself. And in that process, I always realized who I was, but I'm like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel, you know, I have all this empathy. I need to use it. I'm not going to be using it by, you know, developing hats. For example, I was working as a merchandiser, and although I enjoyed my job a lot, I was doing well at it. I was very comfortable, but with all these factors that were things that were going on, I'm like, okay, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing long term. I need to make a change. I started working at a community center, and that's when I got back into my zone of empathy, and it clicked one day, you know, it just clicked. I'm like, I need to do something. There's no single mom community. I've needed resources, and I found resources for myself, but there's no like single mom organization that will give you, like, for example, there was a single mom the other day. She messaged me and she asked me for money for the bus because she didn't have any money to get to work. She's trying to be productive, you know? There's no organization that I know of that you can just send them a message and ask them, can you please help me? I need $20 just to get to work. So this is what I'm aiming for. Right now, our funds are limited. You know, we're a registered nonprofit. The plan is to have a charity number in order to organize fundraisers and have consistent funds coming in. So we do what we can to help as many single moms as possible.
So right now, how can somebody give back to your nonprofit?
So they can offer used or new items. Anything goes. You can donate a hammer. Anything that's useful and in good condition. We don't want to give the moms things that are not in good condition, because you have to, like, you know, put yourself in their situation. And I'm not saying that everyone is struggling financially that needs assistance. This group is for all single moms, okay? But for the ones that are struggling, of course it affects them mentally. You don't want to hand them a shirt that has a stain, you know what I mean? You want to give them something to make them feel good. So really anything, as long as it's in good condition and it's useful. And I gave you an example, you know, as a hammer. A hammer is useful, and you might need a hammer, and it costs, you know, out of your budget, and really anything. So we have a website that we're still working on. We redid it 4 times. But we can be contacted on the website. We can be contacted on Facebook or by email at admin@singlemomchild.com. We ask people to send pictures of the furniture, because single moms have to arrange to pick up furniture themselves. One day, or what we would like is to be able to offer free pickup and delivery. Right now we're not there yet. We've been able to pay some delivery fees, and we do what we can for now. So right now single moms have to go pick up the furniture themselves, and without a picture, it's hard for them to know if it's worth hiring a mover, you know? Smaller items, we don't ask for a picture. Donors can join the group, but Okay, in order to keep the group private, our Facebook group is only for women. Okay? Why? Because sometimes they talk about very womanly topics. We don't want to mix the X in that group in case, she wants to share a concern, she wants to vent, which is why we initiated a few months ago a group called Montreal Single Dance. And then we asked the dance to take over, and we removed ourselves. When I say we, it's me and Tanya D'Amato. Tanya D'Amato runs Single Montreal with me, as well as volunteers. We have a team of volunteers now that are very, very helpful. We can't do it without them. We can't do it without the donors, and we can't do it without the single moms, because it's them that create this beautiful community.
Beautiful.
Well, we applaud you. Congratulations on doing what you're doing. You're doing something great. For sure, it's not easy being a single mother. And we know multiple single mothers, and it's a full-time job, right? In a situation depends the situation, of course. But keep on doing. We're going to support you. We're going to help you out, and that's one of the reasons why people need to know what you're doing, because it's something great.
Yeah,
we applaud you.
Thank you very much.
And where do you want to see your nonprofit? Where do you want to see it eventually?
Okay, yeah. So when I started it, I did have in mind that I wanted to make it a charity one day. It's been in my mind since day one. I created it to first help single moms find resources, bring them together, and at the same time, let's see where this goes. I always wanted to create a charity. So that is my aim, is to be a registered charity, to be able to give more. Right now we're giving what we can, and it's a process. We're working on a team of volunteers to be able to do more, because me and Tanya alone cannot do all of this. It's impossible. So once we have consistent funding, I would like to be able to provide consistent food assistance. Material assistance, I would say more of it, because we would need manpower to take care of all the emails we receive and the calls. And also emergency financial assistance. There was a mom who needed money for rent. She was really, really stuck, and we were able to help her with that. So stuff like that,
How about during the holidays, Christmas and everything? What do you do? You do something special?
We had our first Christmas and Hanukkah last year, and we were able to get some food for some single moms. It was very, very nice. What's amazing is the donors would go to the grocery store and bring the food to the single mom. It was delivered to their door by the donor. And that's one of the things I think what we do is really special. If you think of all the bins out there, okay, you put it in the bin and you don't know who it goes to. But in this situation, the way we're doing it, you know exactly who's getting what you're giving.
So if somebody wants to follow you on social media, and I know, because I grew up with a single mom as well, so I know it was very, very hard for me being young and 4 kids. There was many tough times, including especially the holidays. So if somebody wants to reach out and being able to do a donation and help out in any way, how can they reach out to you?
So they can reach us on our Facebook page. They can contact me, Nadia Wiseman, or Tanya D'Amato on Facebook. They can reach us on our website. There's a form that they can fill out. And we have an email, admin@singlemontreal.com, and we have a phone number. It's 514-312-0250.
And for all the single mothers out there watching this video right now, what are a couple of words that you could give them, words of wisdom?
Life is so short, so whatever you dream of, go after it, please, because that's what I'm doing right now, and I got goosebumps just saying that to you. Life is so short, so please take advantage of your life and do what makes you happy.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you very much for being on the show today. We really, really appreciate you. We're happy to be able to organize an event together, a networking event.
Thank you so much.
We're going to make it happen. So if you like this content and you want to hear more stories whether it's giving back or success stories, please make sure to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, The Nick and Jimmy Show. Also follow Nadia Wiseman with...
On Facebook, we have a Facebook page, Single Montreal, Instagram, and Twitter.
Excellent. Don't forget to share it.
Share, share, share.
That's right.
Awesome.